Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to our bi-weekly Shine session. Today is the 19th of Feb. Thank you for tuning into the replay if you're watching it on the replay. Today, as you guys know, the second call of every month is what is working this month in the funnels and the marketing world. Couple cool things happened this past couple of weeks since our last session. Russell Brunson had his last ever funnel hacking live. I unfortunately didn't go. I really wanted to, but I had a client who did, and a bunch of other people in our space went as well, and seemed like it was probably his best event ever. So like, fuck, I wish I went. But there were lots of lessons that I heard that came from that event. Obviously, Russell talks about his different offers, what's working for him, and he brings on a bunch of guests and all of that. But basically, one of these key things came out this last 2 weeks from Russell. And I touched on it in our last session about the fact of the latest funnel Russell is running. He's got $100 selling online challenge, right? If you watched our last session, I freaking brought it. I spent like $400 on our last session, so go check that out. We funnel hacked a couple of things, but he was talking about this is his killer funnel right now, like the one funnel to rule them all is how he describes it. So what can we learn from that? Now, what's been working this month is the exact same lesson that Russell talks about. And one of the things, again, the thing that he did talk about that came up, and it comes up time and time again, when you know your numbers, you can make any funnel profitable. If you don't know your numbers, here's what happens. You turn your ads off. I'm guilty of this too, right? If you don't know your numbers, you turn your ads off, you think the offer's broken, you have a false expectation of a specific like conversion rate link, like percentage, you shut your funnel off and you regret it, you feel upset, you lose all your confidence. That is a trap. So step number one for you guys, what's been working this month? Knowing your numbers, knowing how to make your funnel profitable, and knowing that you can lose money on the front end of your business and you can still tremendously profit on the back end. Now, the reason this is such a fresh lesson for me is one of my coaches tasked me with the fun job of tracking every single number for the last 10 months. As in, literally, everything I'd spent on ads, all the different campaigns, what I'd earned through different funnels, different offers, even the freaking order bumps and everything. From that process, having 10 months of data, I got like a big old explosion of breakthroughs. Very crystal clear image of how this funnel game works over the long term. And I'll get into it shortly. Now, when you're in the game, you're not as obsessed with your numbers. Whereas if you can look back over 10 months, you have the clearest map possible. Which is, again, why it's crucial every month, tracking your data. I give you the tracking sheets inside of the Notion systems, right? Anyways, this is the key lesson. When you track your numbers, you know how to make your funnel profitable, even if you lose money on the front end. And number 4, you know exactly how to optimize it and what to change and tweak in order to make it work. Coming back to Russell then. So this one funnel to rule them all that means is he has found the perfect combination to where he is able to spend money on ads. The customers he brings in makes back enough money to the point where with his high ticket coaching, beyond that initial first product, gets him extremely profitable. Now, this lesson, cannot stress enough how crucial this lesson is for me. And I'll give you an exact takeaway of my data. So I did the math and I found out on average, between lead magnets, between low ticket products, on average, when I've spent money on ads, I will make back 0.64 ROAS. Well, that's no fucking good, right? Like, you're probably sitting there. If I told you spend £1,000, you'll get £640 back. Business, like, what a genius business plan that is. You would turn them off too, right? That is why people fall into the trap of turning off the ads, thinking the offer sucks, thinking no one cares about the business. But after my back-end sales, right, my done-for-you funnel building service, that 0.64 turned into a 1.6 ROAS. And that was an average, including some months where I didn't run ads, right? So that was like a low average. Some months it was 2.3, 2.4 ROAS from 0.6, 0.8 ROAS. Now, how does that work? Because now you've turned a money bleeding machine into a system where you put £1 in, $1 in, and you get 1.6 back, 2.3 back. 1 month, it was 4x. 4x. That is how a funnel works. Now, of course, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not. I don't claim to be, but I am learning from my data. And I know with my clients too, that the only way to progress and scale and grow your business over time is to look at the data and make tweaks. Now, I'm not a millionaire, but I have grown my business every single year while also growing my freedom and my time balance and my fulfillment. So that's the way I'm growing my business. And I know it doesn't align with everybody, but that's why you're in here, because you align with me and my views on freedom and time and stuff. Anyways, so this lesson is absolutely crucial. Is what is the math on the funnel I'm running? Now, specifically here, I'm talking about if you sell low ticket products, all right? Of course, if you want to run ads directly to your high ticket, there's a different scenario, because you just literally, you spend money, they book a call or they don't book a call, and you have a price per booked call, all right? So it's very simple when you run directly to a VSL, and there's less moving parts. But I know for a lot of you guys, just like I said in pillar one, sorry, the size of the market in the high ticket section, the expensive stuff section, is very small compared to the amount of people that can be potential buyers. There's just way many more of those people, right? So in regards to a funnel like that, just like Russell Brunson, right? It's $100 up front. He's got a 27 bump. He's got this other bump. Then it's $197 for an extra day, a private Q&A day, which I brought in our last replay. That is how he gets profitable. But not technically, because let's just say he sells for 100 and he pays like 200 to get that sale. Well, he's losing. Now, not everybody's going to take his bumps. So there's a high chance that Russell is losing money in the ads he spends to the money he makes with that funnel. But at the end of that funnel, he sells a $10,000 package of coaching. Now, the good thing about this is where it's like crazy cool. You don't need lots of people to take that 10,000 offer, right? For example, for me, 1 month, it was 0.8 ROAS. For example, this is made up, right? But just to put it into numbers, I spent 1,000, I made 800 back selling those low ticket products between my bumps, my little upsells, right? I'm still in a negative 200 right now. If say through the £800 I made, this is hypothetical, but it's based on like my real stuff. I've just again finished again big old document of numbers. If it was a $27 average cart value, 29 customers makes it 800, or pretty much 30 almost. From that 30, all you need to do is sell one of those 30 customers a product that is $200 or more, and you've made your money back. Who sees that? You spend $1,000, you make 800 back because you've sold a $27 product 30 different times. You have $200 to make up now. Now, the trap is, like, again, to reiterate, the trap is people see negative 200 and they turn the ads off and they worry about the offer and they freak out. That minus 200 is the cost of 30 customers. So technically, look, 200 divided by 30, you paid £6.66 for a customer. That's the price you paid after you made money back. If you can only get one of those to spend another 200, or even between them, let's just say they only need to pay you an extra $6 each, and you've made back all your money. So now you can see, well, imagine if that's a $10,000 program and only one of those 30 upsells. Well, you've gone from losing 200 to now making 9,800. And so I hope this is coming across the way I want it to, because this is the key. There is nothing more important than this lesson. It's the whole summary of funnels. Everything funnels, everything that makes them successful, everything that makes them work, everything that makes them a possibility through ads is, just like Russell says, the ability to spend the most amount of money to acquire a customer. And I finally clicked. As I was looking through 10 months of data, it finally clicked that, fuck, on average, I'm a 0.64 ROAS, which means I'm losing out. But how do I get that to a 1.6? And in some months, again, 2.4, 4 times ROAS in another month. I have the potential to spend more money because I'm willing to go into the 0.64 ROAS area, because I trust I have high ticket programs, I over deliver, and people are going to ascend. All right. So this is your homework. Do your numbers, right? Over the past few months, the more the better, but at least the last 3 months, I want you to see, all right, how much have I spent on ads? How much money did I make back from those ads initially? And then, did I ascend any high ticket clients on the back end of that? What was my initial ROAS? After I landed those high ticket coaching clients, what was my after ROAS? And now you know, if you have a functioning, mathematically functioning funnel to where you can spend this amount, you can ROAS X amount, even in the red, because it will come back and you'll still have a profit machine. And this is something, again, it blew my mind to actually see those numbers and realize, dude, if I spend 1,000, I can afford to lose 400 of that. And I can still then turn that 1,000 into 2-3K at least, just based on math. Right, so it's very, very interesting. If you have not yet set up a low ticket product, have a look through the modules, right? Go to pillar 1, learn about the cheaper stuff strategy. In pillar 2, go and grab your system, plug in the template, right? And make your products, make your offer. You'll also see that in pillar 1, making your cheaper stuff. The key here is, are the mathematics working out? And one of the ways the mathematics can fail is there's just not enough potential, right? Let me make this simple. Russell Brunson, his funnel is, let me freaking find it. Here we go. Let's see if we can walk through this live. I've got so many tabs open. Here we go. All right, amazing. So this is his current funnel, right? If I click on the button, it's £100, $100 rather. And the upsell, 47 and 27. Now, the part where things are going to fail is if your product is 27 and your bump is like 7 and you don't have another one. Like, there is just no economics there. You know what I mean? Whereas Russell, he can take someone from $100 and have them spend another 80, another 70, $74, right? Just from these bumps, almost double the initial ticket, let alone the 197 upsell on the next page, which again, you'll see that from last week's replay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause my share and I'm going to buy it to upgrade for a live VIP day to get direct help. Shall we do it? Fuck, why do I do this to myself? I hope you guys appreciate this. So now we've spent $300 and we're going to get that VIP day. Again, it's at the end of February. If you don't have the physical economics, you're just making it harder for yourself. So this is also a lesson for me, is with one of my products, I made the mistake. It was £7, right? Very tiny. And the bumps was 17 and 7. So not like Russell, where he's got a potential average order value before any big upsells of $174. For me, it was 24, 17, like 44. That's it. It's very hard to be profitable with ads or even break even when you don't have the economics there. So that is one of my lessons, and I'll give you the exact data. Like I say, I've been going through all of this now. So with this specific product, even though I didn't have the economics, the way I made it up was by upselling then my full bundle, right? So it was 44 potential pounds on the front, and then £170 upgrade to get my full bundle, right? Which is 197 normally. That is what saved this funnel essentially. And my pre-backend profit ROAS was 0.8. And that's with bad economics. You know, I could have had those bumps be even more. The 170, the 170 upsell saved it definitely and made it more, you know, viable. But now I see potential. What else can I offer? What value can I give to over deliver and increase the potential economics and to over deliver to the customers as well, right? And that 0.8 again is before any of those people became a client, and all it takes is one. Now, this isn't for the faint of hearted, right? Being able to go into the red on ads or have a 0.6 or 0.8 ROAS, it is not for the faint hearted. That's why I always recommend you start off with your high ticket funnel, because you send traffic there. If someone closes, you just get the most amount of money. All right. But at some point, when you start having more cash flow, you'll be able to then create your self-liquidating offer funnel, your cheaper stuff. All right. So super cool. I hope you found this very, very interesting, because it's the difference between thinking you're a failure and actually having a fucking successful business, which is what I fell into the trap of. Because, you know, there's work to be done, of course, but if I focused on the front end ROAS of 0.64, I'll feel terrible. I'll see I'm a failure. My ads aren't profitable. I'm not making money. If I focus on the 1.6 and the 2.3 ROAS and the 4 times ROAS, I'm like, wow, that's actually a pretty good business to spend X and get 4 times back. Let me just do more of what worked that month. Who understands this, right? So I hope you found this really valuable. Before I get into my second lesson. Now, a lot of you would have heard I was running a lead magnet challenge, and I wanted to wait until the live session to give you an update. Now, overall, I spent about £1,000. All right.